so I love the That's a Bowl Tower. Love it. It is so fun and so practical. And who doesn't want this in their kitchen? It is so pretty. So know that your host can have it free with a $500 party and 2 datings. She is going to be able to get all of this. Now, why would you want all of it? Well, because it's so practical to have the different size bowls when you're in your kitchen and you're making things for the family. You can always pick the right bowl. Now, I personally love this bowl. This bowl is perfect for me to make my popcorn. I love to make a lot of popcorn. And when I dump my popcorn, I like it to all go in the bowl and not around the bowl. So this bowl does that. Now I do my popcorn on top of the stove. I do our beautiful piece of cookware. I put the oil in the bottom of the pan and I cover the entire bottom with oil. And then I go ahead and cover that entire bottom with popcorn. So no matter how big your pan is, as long as you got the bigger sides on it, of course you want a Dutch oven, you're going to cover the bottom with oil, cover the bottom with popcorn, turn it on high. Because it's our cookware, it's 5-ply and you can walk away. You can do whatever you want. When you hear it pop, get excited and go back, but don't shake it. Don't worry. It's 5-ply. It's not going to scorch. And when you hear it stop popping, that's when you take it off the stove, take the lid off after a few seconds, give it a few seconds, salt it right away because you have to salt it because that's when the salt's going to stick to the popcorn when the steam's coming off of it. And so salt it right away and then pour it down inside of here and take your spatula and stir it. Now, this bowl is perfect for making caramel corn. Have you ever made the Tupperware caramel corn? It is so yummy. All right, we put on top of the stove or in your microwave in your stack cooker, 1 stick of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar, and you let that in the microwave or in the on top of the stove melt until it bubbles. All right, so you stir it up and make sure you're looking at it every few seconds. Let it bubble, bubble, bubble. When it bubbles and boils for 1 minute, either way, you're going to pull it out and you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and 10 whole marshmallows. You stir it up and it foams up really pretty. And it's like, oh, this is cool. All right. And so it foams up really pretty. Just keep stirring it, stir it until it all melts, the marshmallows melt. And then you take it and you pour it down inside of here on top of your popcorn. And you pour it and pour it and pour it until it's all gone. And you scrape the bowl. And then you stir it with your spatula. Then you stir really good, really good. And you can add pecans or peanuts or whatever kind of nut you want to add to it if you'd like to at this time. And then you put your hands on here and you walk it all the way around. And remember, when you have Tupperware, you take the bowl, seal it, and you serve it. If you listen really close, listen. Oh, did you hear it? It said fresh. Okay. You thought it was perfect. It's not perfect. It said fresh. All right. And so once you first that, you are ready to go. Now you take it, you shake it, you twist it, you shake it, you twist it. Just really good. Okay. Doesn't do a darn thing but a popcorn. But it helps you burn some calories because you're going to eat it all. It's so yummy. All right. And so the other bowl sets that are so practical, I want to know that if you have this little one or this one, either one, you can take these and put them in the freezer and fill it up, leaving it room for expansion, at least an inch from the bottom, from the top. And then go ahead and put them in the freezer. These are not freezer safe, by the way. So don't tell anybody I told you to do this. When you pull it out, you're going to turn them upside down in any of these bowls, and they work as the chunk of ice because it's airtight with Tupperware seal, airtight and liquid-tight. That's around like sound squarely the air. That teaches you what to burp and what not to burp in Tupperware. And so if it's a round seal, you're going to burp that. That's airtight, liquid-tight seal. You're going to turn it upside down, and you're going to let that be a block of ice. It will not leak because it's Tupperware, and it's got that beautiful round seal of your burp there. So what you'll have is either one of these is a chilled bowl when you put that down inside of there. And plus they're also perfect for the dip. And so if you've got this filled or this one filled or that one filled with chips, these little guys work perfectly alongside with the salsa dip or the cheese dip or the French onion dip. Ooh, Lawson's French dip. Yum. Okay, how many of you love that? Now the other bowls are also practical and you're going to use them all the time. This is perfect for cookie batter. This is perfect for a cake mix. I also like this one for homemade watermelon. You're like, what? Homemade watermelon? It's so good. You take this bowl and you line about a ½ an inch thick all the way around the inside of the bowl, literally lining it. Then you can use your spatula or whatever you want. Your ice cream scoop getting that sherbet out of there, and you're going to line it, sherbet all the way around, about a ½ an inch thick, and the bottom. Then you take that is the lime sherbet. Then you take lemon sherbet and just real thin. layer of lemon sherbet. And I mean, only about a fourth of an inch thick, but just use the lemon sherbet too. Then you take raspberry sherbet and chocolate chips and raspberry sherbet and chocolate chips and raspberry sherbet and chocolate chips all the way to the top. You seal it up like this and you put it in the freezer on its belly like this. It's not freezer safe. Don't drop it, comes out of the freezer. When you pull it out, you're going to take it over, you're going to dip it in warm water real quick, and then you take your seal off and take a beautiful serving plate, put the serving plate on there, and look at this. It's so cool. You have just made homemade watermelon. You take it and you slice it just like you do a watermelon. You serve it in little wedges. And everybody thinks, oh my goodness, you are awesome and been watching Rachel Ray to the 10th degree. All right. Oh, she's a fun cook. She's still on, isn't she? Yeah. All right. So I have to tell you, that is so much fun. And you can do it that easy with making your homemade sherbet. Now, this one is what I used to make my strawberry shortcake in. Now, you can do this a couple different ways, but this is also a perfect size bowl for potato salad, macaroni salad, chicken salad, fruit salad. And a lot of times when I make a great big bowl of any of those, I move the bowl down as that bowl gets halfway empty or a fourth of the way empty. I'm going to put it in a smaller bowl, smaller bowl, smaller bowl, even at the picnic, because that way I get to put out a beautiful, clean bowl and it just looks a little bit nicer. I always like that clean sides on my bowl. And so that way it's always doing that too. So you can downgrade it, I guess it would be called, in smaller bowls. This bowl, perfect. I will tell you, any package of strawberry jello. And I take the bigger one, okay? And you're going to go ahead and use your cup of hot water. And you're going to stir that in with your frozen strawberries and your jello. But first, you're going to take that cup of hot water and your jello. You stir that in down there. And then instead of using ice water or ice cubes, you're going to use those frozen strawberries that you set out on the counter and they kind of thawed out a little bit, but they're still icy cold. You put that down in there, slush that around really good. And that creates that gelatin start working like you always do with jello. And then you're going to take an angel food cake that you bought at the store. Now, when you get that angel food cake that you bought at the store, make sure you take off the wrapper. I'm serious, it happened. I said this recipe one time and the girl came to the next party and she goes, oh, it's really good with the cardboard. Take off the cardboard, take off the wrapper, take off the cardboard, turn it upside down and put that down the side of that bowl. And then you're going to pick it up and you're going to take it and shake it. And it is going to do something because it actually rotates all that juice and everything all around that cake that you put down the side of there upside down. And you put it down like this, all right? So that all that juice is going down inside of that and the cake is got all slushed around there. It is so amazing. When you pull it out, you take the seal off, you put your serving plate on there, you turn it over like this, and real slowly you pull, oh, look at that. The jello sinks evenly into the cake all the way around. That is so cool. And the strawberries laying on there, it is so beautiful. And the best thing about this, mine doesn't have any calories, but even if you make yours at home, with the angel food cake, you can even add Cool Whip if you use sugar-free strawberry gelatin. It is good for everybody to eat and enjoy. All right, and so that is a fun recipe. But it goes on, and you've got this big bowl. Now I use this one for puppy chow. How many of you have made puppy chow before? Puppy chows, you take on top of the stove 1 cup of peanut butter and 1 cup of chocolate chips, and you melt them. And when they melt completely gone, dissolved, you stir it up really good, you're going to go ahead and pour that over rice checks, wheat checks, and corn checks. Okay. Now, if you're going to do all three, you might want to get the big bowl, but you can do this one if you're doing 3 boxes of cereal and rice checks, corn checks, wheat checks. You actually sell it now where it's mixed already. So you can buy that and do it in here. And then you pour that hot melted chocolate, peanut butter on top of that. And then you take your spatula and stir it up really, really good. This is when you need powdered sugar. And if you don't have powdered sugar, I almost prefer it because I take regular sugar and I put it in the blender and I make it powdered sugar. I blend it in just a few minutes and it turns into powdered sugar. Now I will tell you what's really, really cool about that is you can add any food coloring you want to that. Like if you add a little bit of red, it's going to be pink powdered sugar. If you add a little bit of blue, it's going to be baby blue powdered sugar. How many baby showers do you go to? You need pink or blue, 3. So there you go. And a little appetizer, put it in little cups and little cupcake holders, and it looks so pretty. And you can even mix it up if they don't know the gender of the baby yet, and let people pick the one they want. All right. And when you do this, you take that and seal it up. You take that powdered sugar, put it on top of there, and you stir it up really good. Then seal it up and shake it really good. And boy, it does do something because it's going to mix it up really good and it's going to help you burn the calories. So all of these bowls are so much fun, and you're going to need them all in your home because of this I suggest you have a Tupperware party and have that Tupperware party right away, because the sooner you do it, the more you're going to get as free gifts from Tupperware, because they have a thank you gift and they also have a dating gift. Plus, right now, going for just a few weeks in the first week, 3 weeks in May, they have a bonus where you can get all the retro Tupperware that we have, including the pitcher and the tumblers, for only $50. And that is way, that's way, it's like half price, okay? Way less, all right? Actual retail on that set is 117, and your copay would be 50. The copay on this is zero with a $500 party and 2 datings. So you know what? Why not show you really care? Give a gift of Tupperware. If you don't need it yourself, give it as a gift. What a beautiful wedding gift, or a beautiful wedding shower gift, or even Mother's Day gift. You know, this is so fun to be with Tupperware and have such wonderful quality products that we can offer to our friends and family. If you're interested in having a get together, I do have a few dates open still in May for in-home parties. And I have lots of openings for the online parties. So give me a shot and let me know that you're interested, and I'll help you pick your date. Thanks, guys. Okay, so that's how you do a dynamic fun demo and have the energy. And how many of you noticed that when I did the entire talk, I was smiling? I had, it's so important. You just use your energy to come out and enjoy yourself. When you enjoy yourself and you're having a good time, they're having a good time. If you ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. All right. All right. So